Alright, hey guys, welcome back to another episode of Hey Guys. We're working in Inventor, still making some parts, getting some good practice put in here. So this part right here looks a little bit intimidating and it could be a little bit complicated. Let's see if we can't make that a little less complicated. Alright, we're going to go into Inventor, we're going to go to File, New, make sure we're working in metric and a millimeter part, and we are. We'll go to Create. Alright, we're going to start sketching that bottom plane, that bottom bracket part, and I'm going to start with the 2-point or center point circle. I'm going to go right on that origin point, wait for that guy to light up, pull that out, and we're just going to make that circle there, and then come over here and we're going to make this circle here because we need two circles. Alright, so let's throw some dimensions on these things and maybe a couple of constraints. So we're going to dimension from center point to center point, and that's going to be 80 millimeters. And let's go ahead and zoom out, and I notice that I'm turned sideways, so we're going to go ahead and make that look that way. Now I'm going to dimension the diameter of that circle. That diameter should be 20. And let's do it this way. Let's throw an equals constraint on there. Let's go from this one to this one. That's going to make that one 20. And then we'll go ahead and throw a vertical constraint between this one and this one. And we should be pretty good there. All right, let's go ahead and throw some arcs in here. We're going to go up to our arc tool. We're going to grab center point arc. We're going to try to line this guy up right back on top of that origin point. We're going to bring it out some, and I'm going to draw a half circle. I'm going to use my x-axis for a reference, and then I'm going to come up here and I'm going to try to make that coincident with that center point. I'm going to come out here, I'm going to use my grid and try to make a half circle out of that guy. Alright, let's go ahead and we'll let go of that, and let's grab a line tool, and we'll try to get right on the end of that line, and we'll go down till we think we're on that. Looks like we got it pretty good. And let's go down here and line it up on that guy right there. Looks like I closed that loop up pretty good. Alright, I'm going to add some constraints before I dimension. So I'm going to go ahead and throw a tangent constraint between that line and that arc, and that line and that arc. And then do the same thing down here. And this one here. Alright, that way I've got that all honed in, and then let's go ahead and dimension this arc, and that should be 20 millimeters. And we'll dimension this arc down here. And that should be 20 millimeters. Alright, that looks pretty good, and it's fully constrained. That means I have a nice tight shape there. Let's go ahead and finish the sketch. And we'll zoom out a little bit. And we'll hit the extrude button, pull that up. 10 millimeters is what I want. Click OK. Alright, now I'm going to go ahead and start another sketch. Now I'm going to sketch on the plane that includes this face to get that upper part. Alright, first thing I'm going to do, I'm going to go ahead and grab my circle again, and this should be center point circle. And I'm just going to come up here where I think it is approximately, and pull out a circle, and this circle should be have a 20 millimeter diameter, and that looks pretty good. And let's go ahead and see if we can't add in a collinear constraint between the midpoint of this line. Let's see if we can't find that midpoint somewhere. So we want this center point. Alright, never mind about that. That's not really working for me. Alright, let's go back and we'll do a little bit more drawing. Alright, we'll go back to center point and arc. We're going to draw this out, and we're going to try to make another half circle and call that good. And then we're going to go ahead and let go of that tool and grab the line tool. And we're going to go from the end of that to coincide with that line, that shape, and try to keep it perpendicular and coincident with that line right there. All right, that looks pretty good so far. All right, let's let go of our line tool. Let's start to dimension some stuff. I think before we dimension, we'll add a couple of tangent constraints. We'll tangent from here to here, and we'll tangent from here to here. And we will now do some dimensioning. Let's go ahead and dimension this guy out. This should have a 20 millimeter radius. And that brings our lines down there. And then we're going to go ahead and dimension these lines. These lines should be 20 millimeters long. And because we had an equal constraint between them, it brought it down to that. All right, a couple more things. So we need to dimension from where this shape starts to curve in our dimension tool from here to this point here, and we're going to bring that up, and we're going to throw that in at 20 millimeters, and now we are fully constrained. So we're going to finish our sketch. We're going to go to extrude. We're going to extrude this shape right here, try to eliminate the circle. Perfect. All right, so it's going the wrong direction. I can either grab this arrow and push it back the other way if I want, or I can come over here and you can see that it changed and reversed that direction. I need that to go all the way across, which is 40, or I can change it from distance to 2 and bring that over around and click on this face here, and that's going to bring it over there. So if I ever widen this out, it's going to automatically pull that along with it. All right, click OK, and there's my part, just like we saw in the original drawing. All right, so I hope you enjoyed this episode of Hey Guys, working in Inventor, and you enjoyed that shape.